Yeah, I'm actually responding to your video that you made. It's been made like a couple months ago. It's called "Why Are Straight Guys Mad?" Um, I wanted to actually approach this from a different point of view because in my past videos, if you ever have a chance to visit any of my videos on my channel, you will see that I talk about the homosexual lifestyle from a biblical point of view. And of course, with that, it's not going to change. And as if you have a chance to view my videos, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. But just on the record, I'll go on the record as saying I'm not a fan of homosexuality. Um, but with that being said, that doesn't stop me from being able to have friends that are homosexual. Because like I say, I'm comfortable in my sexuality that I could be around 100 of them, and it's not going to change me or my sexual preferences as far as my attraction to the opposite sex. But you're coming on YouTube posing a question as to why straight guys are mad. Now, like I say, I can't speak for all other races, okay? And like I say, I am not a racist or whatever. So I want to get that out of my system now. But I want to approach this from a racial standpoint of view, so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. As you already know, being black and living in the United States, first of all, it's a challenge. It was more of a challenge in the older days, in the Jim Crow era, but yet still, you still have that type of mentality in a sense in this day and age, even though it's downplayed and kind of hid under the carpet. Racism still exists. And the reason why I bring racism, or I should say race, into this is because, number one, as a black person, it's already hard to try to make strides and try to get people to accept you for being who you are. Whether that's, competing for jobs, whether or not that is in the realm of just education, income. I mean, it doesn't matter. There's always an inequality somewhere because of the skin color, and I'll be glad when we actually get past that. But with that being said, it's a double insult to the black community when you see another black human being, or I should say in this case a black man, because we're not talking about females here, but you're talking about males because of course you're a male. But to me, honestly, it's offensive when I actually walk across and see, even though I don't physically voice it, but of course, I'm thinking, okay, with all of the, the negativity and the negative stereotypes that blacks already face in the United States, and then to sit there and add an extra burden on that for being gay. Like I said, that's actually an insult because, number one, we're already being talked about. We're already being, denied a lot of stuff that really blacks should not have to fight for, that should be given to us equally. And then to turn around and go into society and expect for people to accept that type of lifestyle, it's ridiculous. And actually, to tell you the truth, it's embarrassing. And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything, but it's just the fact that everybody, fine, you're open with your gayness, that's fine. But just because you're open and comfortable with it, that doesn't mean that everybody else around you feels that way. I hear the term all the time, coming out of the closet, and I always pose the same response to that. Who are you hiding from? Or who were you hiding from? Because God knows your every thought. He knows who you are. He knows what you're doing all day long, every day. But my thing is that why in the world would I be happy or actually support you coming out of the closet or, living this immoral lifestyle just for the sake that it means that it's more women for me? That is the dumbest argument that I've ever heard before. It doesn't matter if it's more women for me. Like I said, the fact about it is that it's embarrassing. A lot of people sit there and argue and maybe post a response to my video to say, and come up with their many reasons and their many ways that they were born gay and this, that, and the other. And to that I say that's a bunch of hogwash because one, my God tells me in His Word that He doesn't make mistakes. And that life is all about choices. And that He's also, the same law that He made back in the Old Testament regarding homosexuality is still in existence for today. You may not be stoned or put to death, but there is a consequence to that type of lifestyle. That type of sin is no different from any other type of sin, but the reason why it's brought to the main forefront these days so much is because people are steadily trying to push and pry into the minds of society that it's okay to be gay. Just let us be. That sin is no different than any other. No, it's no different than any other, but the fact about it, God still says that no sin shall enter therein. So that means that that type of lifestyle, along with lying, cheating, stealing, all of that is still wrong. So it's not the fact that we're broadcasting or bringing a lot of attention to this as opposed to other sins. The fact is that it's being brought on mainstream more than any other type of sin that you can commit. That's why you have so many people up here posting videos on homosexuality in the church and stuff like that. It's because a lot of people here are trying to pump it and beat it into people's heads as if that is something that we must accept. And I'm telling you now, I don't accept it. I mean, you can like it or hate it. I mean, it really doesn't matter. But it's just one of those things, you know. Life is all about choices, you know. But you cannot sit there and get mad. Now, see, honestly, like I say, let me back up. I wouldn't say that I get mad because number one, why? I mean, to me, I get kind of. It gets me to thinking, because if I'm going to get angry, I mean, really, to me, I mean, there really wouldn't be a need for me to get angry. Because number one, if you want to go out there and portray yourself like that, then that's fine. That's on you. That is your business. You do what you want. But all I'm saying is that you keep your business to yourself. Okay? Nobody else has to know about what you want to do and this, that, and the other. I mean, it's ridiculous these days. I mean, you walk to a Walmart or anything else and you see these fellows, you know, wearing skinny jeans and got on these tight, you know, and then the funniest part about it is that they're wearing lip glosses and then turn around and then trying to eyelashes and all this other type of stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that you go to that extreme or whatever, but it's along the same lines of what you're talking about. They're openly out there. If God wanted to make you a woman, I think He would have done that. And the sad part about it is that we as a black race, we have an obligation to be true to ourselves. I'm not saying that that's not true for the white race, because we're all human beings. But I'm speaking on the black issue right now, on the black element, on the black race. Why would you give somebody else other ammunition who really already think low of you anyway, and actually add that as further ammunition to keep your people down? I don't understand that. It's like I say, it's just one of those things that just boggles the mind. Just because it's like that's like the thing in this day and age, to be gay. And not only to be gay, but to be proud of it and act like that's your human birthright. And I mean, I can just imagine God is sitting up there and looking, and it's like, oh my God, what is wrong? Have my people lost their mind? But in the book of Romans, you know, if you ever read your Bible, and I don't say that you don't, but if you read your Bible, you know, it speaks about, you know, the thought process and all of that type of stuff about the people of this day and age, and that since they don't want to retain the knowledge of God, what God said that He would do. And you can see it clear as day. He give them over to vain repetitions where they're able to go and act on everything that they ever wanted to do. Men sleeping with men, women sleeping with women, carrying on this type of stuff as if they don't know the true knowledge of God. That's called the act of reprobation, being in a reprobated state. He turned you over to do any and everything that you want to do. And you can't say that that doesn't happen, because number one, if it wouldn't happen, we wouldn't see exactly about the stuff that you just spoke on. Being openly gay, I mean, and being proud about it. Fine, if you're proud about it, that is fine with you. But everybody who is in disagreement with you don't have to know that you're openly gay. You keep that mess to yourself. Like I say, if you feel that that's right, that's fine. In your world, that's fine. But everybody else does not have to agree with that. And that's just that. You know, you can get mad or whatever, but it's sad. That's the word that I guess I should have used from the very beginning. It's not that, I can't speak for all straight guys, but for me, I wouldn't say that I'm mad. I would say that it's sad. With everything that, you know, and the responsibilities that the average black man has to uphold as being a strong provider and trying to keep things on and on. I mean, then to turn around and throw that all away and say, you know what? This is who I am. This is what I want to be. And that would be probably some part of the reasons why women are acting the way they're acting for the most part. But like I say, you know what? That's another issue altogether. I'm not going to get into that, but that's all that I have to say for now.